Prior to addressing the pressing, stressing, depressing issue of war, there's one other issue I'd like to explore. And the fact that I don't hear a million voices still shouting complaints makes me feel faint, frustrates me. It's devastating to democracy. George W. Bush is not the president of America. Coup d'etat, post-millennial hysteria, stolen election. Now the demise of life is draped in the disguise of national protection, using media weapons of mass deception to fuel the mass distraction. There will be massive repercussions to this war against weapons of mass destruction in a third world nation. But aren't we the one with 10,000 nuclear bombs in the midst of an invasion? Hatred cannot counter hatred. Only love is that sacred. How many lives will be wasted for our president's impatience, or the further our global imperialist reign, raining iron and flames in the name of democracy, branding another era with our American ideology, replacing a regime with one where all are equal. We haven't mastered the first chapter, so why rush to make the sequel? Did someone say oil? I heard thousands shout with passionate doubt, no blood for oil, 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 no blood for oil. This is the equation that makes my blood boil, blood flooding foreign soils as wealthy men collect the spoils of our frontline toils. But this is not the message seen on the TV screen. We are liberating people from an evil regime, not decimating people with our evil regime. The web that we weave, we the people deceived. And the media bleeds and feeds this machine with paranoia and panic stretched across the land from Pacific to Atlantic, governed by the fear of a threat from out there like that tragic day in mid-September. The blood stain on my brain I'll forever remember. A nation united by catastrophe and bloom. The atmosphere of rubble on the screens in every room. The industrial confetti that blocked out that New York moon. I cried that day with the rest of the nation and felt we were in tune. But soon after the disaster, instead of asking why, we asked what, when, where, how, and who would have to die. Who would be the example? What land would we trample? We would raise our fists towards terrorists and drop our metallic mist on innocent kids. Away from our eyes, out of sight, out of mind, and the gears of the war machine turn and they grind, the wheels of time they turn, they wind. But I'm not willing to sacrifice my freedom and rights. I'll take to the street both the day and the night. So hail to the thief who stole the election. For your first 2 years in office I felt disconnected, but now I know the role of your deceitful regime. You are the extreme that for so long we needed the level one reaches before they opened their eyes and we gathered together to unveil the disguise. And the first world silence of your third world violence has mobilized thousands to take to the streets, sending chills up my spine when I hear pleas for peace. I will make my own with rhyme in the belly of this beast, and we march hand in hand our whole democracy. I hear it shake the ground with its thunderous sound, so let us be heard, for our words have the power, even more power than the nuclear shower. This land is ours, but not ours to devour. So I'm a pacifist, move past the fist, resisting this twisted militant system that I do not enlist in. This war on terrorism depends on the scope and perspective of one's vision. We're the only nation to drop a nuclear bomb. Smallpox on blankets in Vietnam, napalm. Sponsor dictators from Pinochet to Saddam. How do you think our enemies acquire their arms? Bombed hotels and fleeing soldiers in Iraq, out inner city citizens addicted to crack shot. Innocents in Afghanistan, civilians in Panama. There's blood in our hands and blood in the streets and blood in this poem and blood stains my dreams. How many will bleed before too many have bled? War memorial cemetery, entire periphery dead. This nightmare is scary. I'm tired and I'm weary, and I'm tired of the violence, and I'm tired of the silence, and I'm tired with no rest, and I'm ready to protest and braid my voice with the voices of others. My sisters and brothers unite in the night, who know words are the only weapons needed to fight, who take pride in this country but see its need for revision. This is my definition of patriotism.